Good morning, everyone. My name is Tim Wilmot from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for this presentation to show you the capabilities of Workbooks CRM, what areas of your business it can address, and how my company, Wizard Systems, can help you with your CRM project. Now, we run these short CRM presentations every Friday, focusing on different aspects of Workbooks, and today we're going to look more closely at how you use Workbooks as a powerful email marketing tool to manage your email marketing campaigns. Now, this presentation is about half an hour or so in duration, so it's just a basic overview of this capability. And every company uses CRM in different ways. Everyone's got different needs. I wouldn't have enough time this morning to go over all of the extensive capabilities of Workbooks. So after this session, if you want to explore the system in more detail, we'd love to organize more of a one-to-one session with you if we haven't done so already. And we can obviously discuss your specific needs, your specific requirements there. Now on the call today, and there's about 18 people on the call, I can recognize that I can see that some people are already trialing the Workbook system. Some people, I'm sure, have never seen it before, so excuse me for some of you if I'm going over some information you may already know about Workbooks. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only, as you've just been informed as you join the meeting. Your microphone is on mute. Don't worry about any background noises your end. Please, if you've got any questions, type those into the questions section on your meeting control panel that you should see lurking in the top right corner of your screen, and I'll do my best to answer those towards the end. Also, this session is being recorded. After the presentation, you'll receive an email with a link to the recording, and we'll most likely pop it up on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, just a brief mention about my company, Wizard Systems. We are CRM specialists. All we do is CRM, and we offer a total service around CRM. Obviously, with Workbooks being a cloud system, there's nothing to install. You can be up running very, very quickly. And we have clients that do their own thing with Workbooks. They set their own system up. They teach themselves how to use it. But we're here on hand to assist you in any step of the way as regards whether you need any help in migrating data from another system into Workbooks, customizing the system to your requirements, integrating Workbooks to other applications, which you can do. We can provide any level of training that you need as well. So whether it's at your premises or our premises or online, we're here to serve you. And we have a friendly, responsive help desk here as well to assist you if you get stuck. And you can call us as many times as you wish if you have that support service. Now, of course, when working with you, the key thing we want to try and get at is what objectives are you looking to achieve with Workbooks? What issues are you looking to solve? Are you wanting to improve your sales process there, do better marketing, which is really what we're going to be touching on today, improving customer service, having a better sales quotation process, better reporting, better response times to customers. So really that's what we want to try and get at, so that when you implement a system, you can look back and maybe measure how successful this investment is and see what sort of ROI you're getting on the Workbooks investment. Now, what is Workbooks? Well, it's a central, easy to use, affordable solution to manage in one place all of your contacts, the people that you deal with every day in your organization or business, your interactions with those people. So it's a great way of sharing information. Anyone that has that touches the customer, that has some kind of contact with the customer, should be a CRM user. So we're all using Workbooks to share that information, thereby improving our service to the customer. We've got some marketing tools in there as well that I'm going to touch on. Now, unusually for a CRM system, not many other CRM systems can do this, we can create quotes, sales quotes, and there's an option to then create sales orders, invoices, purchase orders to suppliers. There's two editions of workbooks that you can sign up for. There's CRM Edition or Business Edition. Now, CRM Edition will go up to quote stage. If you think about the business process, CRM Edition will go up to quote stage, will do quotes for you, and then Business Edition will do everything that CRM does, plus the ability to convert a quote to an order, create invoices, credit notes, record customer payments, send out POs to suppliers, all the financial stuff. So bear that in mind when you sign up for Workbooks proper. You've got those two choices, and you can mix and match these two editions as well. So if, for example, you're 5 users, you could have 3 people on the sort of standard CRM edition, if you like, and then the other 2 on business. So you can mix and match these 2 editions. Also, both editions will allow you to track customer service. So do you have a customer service capability there in your company? Do you have a help desk? Do you have technicians or engineers? Do they need to track what they're doing? What application they're using right now for tracking customer service? Maybe they could be using workbooks as well. Thereby, going back to what I've said, first of all, we're trying to improve teamwork, internal communication, sharing information, working as one, rather than lots of different separate applications. Now, workbooks, as well as it being a great personal productivity tool, it's a great management tool as well. So it can help you make decisions about what's going on there. You can see what's working, what isn't working so well in your system, which I'll touch on briefly shortly. And Workbooks is a UK system, 100% cloud, nothing to install. You're up and running very, very quickly, as you've seen if you're on the trial already. All the data is in the UK. It's very secure. It's got a level of security that small and medium-sized businesses couldn't afford on their own. Very, very secure and very reliable. Last year, we had an uptime of 99.99%. It's always going to be available for you and available on whatever device you use. Now, just touching on some of these key elements of the Workbooks CRM applications. At its heart, we have a ready-made database, a ready-made system to track information about your leads, your prospects, your customers, your suppliers. Any person or business you deal with is a record, a standard record in the system, and it's very customizable. You can change the screens. Shortly when I show you the system, you can add fields, you can take fields away from these various screens. It's very easy to do. You can also deploy different security levels if you want to. So if there are some colleagues that shouldn't see certain information, or that they can see it but they can't change it, it's read only, or you want to make fields mandatory or required, you can deploy these different features, these different security features in the system. Quite extensive capabilities there to make sure that people see the right information. But of course, really by default, everything is shareable. So you've really got to tell it for things that you don't want to necessarily have your colleagues see or change. Also, we of course are using workbooks to manage our daily schedule, our phone calls, our meetings, our tasks. They're all in the system, easily scheduled, logged in the system, thereby helping us manage our working day and delegating activities to other people. We're working as a team. We're not working on our own in a vacuum, so we can easily schedule activities to other people and see what activities everyone else is up to. Thereby, as we're recording these activities, we're building up a wonderful activity history with that client that can be tremendously useful from a customer service point of view to know what was said, what's been done. When the customer phones in, they don't need to repeat themselves. We've got it all logged easily, quickly in that history. We will interface with any email system, whether you use Gmail or Yahoo or whatever. It doesn't matter. We've also got a very nice integration with Outlook. This is priced as an option. There is there's an extra price for this Outlook integration. It's called the Outlook Connector, the Workbooks Outlook Connector. And what this will do is it will give you more options on your email integration, plus the ability to share in a bi-directional way your calendar. There's a diary in Workbooks obviously the diary in Outlook, allows you to share your calendar, your tasks, and your contacts in a bi-directional way. So you put information into one application, it will automatically appear in the other, plus changes as well. Really nice integration with Outlook, and certainly a very popular option with anyone using Outlook and Workbooks in combination. But we will interface with any email system. You can also access Workbooks from any mobile. There's a mobile app. You can access it on your tablet. This is all included in your subscription, and we will work with any browser as well. I'm going to show it to you this morning in Chrome. Now, marketing. Most companies are involved already in some form of email marketing, or plan to use email marketing to help them communicate in a targeted way with their prospects and customers. And that's really what Workbooks is all about, a fundamental part of that strategy to help you communicate in a targeted way to your clients. Before we do any marketing, you will be acquiring information about potential clients or contacts. So whether it's in an Excel spreadsheet or similar, you have ways of importing that data into Workbooks. So no need to type in information one by one. You can import data, normally in a CSV type format, comma, separated value. You can export any data from Workbooks as well. Anything that you put in, you can get out of the system. Another way of contacts coming into the Workbook system is via integration to your website. So if you have a form on your website for new inquiries or registrations, clients fill in their information on that form, they hit submit, that is integrated with Workbooks. It's quite easy to set up, and there's also a little bit of workflow allied to this feature, which as a record comes in, it could alert you via an email to say that you've got a new lead or a new inquiry. So first of all, new inquiries are all logged. Secondly, you're alerted, somebody is alerted to this new inquiry, so nothing gets forgotten about, nothing slips through the net there, so to speak. Now, before doing any email marketing campaign, of course, we want to be targeted in our approach, and that's what a CRM system allows you to do. That's what Workbooks allows you to do. Any information that you've got against your contacts or your companies, the way you profile and categorize those people, you can search on those people. You can build up a list of all the people that have some common criteria. So there's lots of ways of creating this list of people that you want to email. Now with Workbooks, we integrate as standard with 3 very popular email marketing platforms: Mailchimp, Constant Contact, and .mailer. I'll be making reference to the Mailchimp integration this morning in my presentation, but the integration is similar with the other 2, and we are also announcing other integrations as time goes on. But Mailchimp, we find, is a pretty popular email marketing solution out there, and there is a free trial of Mailchimp. In fact, you can use it for free if you have under 2,000 subscribers. So if you've got under 2,000 people that you regularly email, then you can use Mailchimp for free. And all this integration is provided with the paid CRM edition or business edition of Workbooks. And in that integration, if I just go back, in that integration, so you create that list in Workbooks, those email addresses are automatically uploaded to Mailchimp. There's no need to export information, no need to import data. It's so easily done. Mailchimp will allow you, or a similar system will allow you to create a nice looking email to send to your customers. It will deliver the email to your customers, so it's not going through, the emails are not going through your server. Is going through their dedicated servers, and then automatically with the integration with Workbooks, we will see back in Workbooks against a client's record the responses of that contact, that email. So we can see against a client's record in Workbooks the emails they were sent, what did they open, what did they click on, did the email hard bounce, was there something wrong with the email address? And of course, observing any opt-out or unsubscribe information so that we don't inadvertently email that contact again. You get all that with the integration with something like Mailchimp. Quick mention about the sales process. This is the key differentiator with Workbooks. Why is this system different from other CRM applications out there? Well, you've got the ability to create nice looking quotes, sales quotations, proposals that go to your customers. This is a standard feature of both editions. You can store your price list in the system. You can upload your prices to the system as well. So that's got your product database in the Workbooks application. You can define any number of different quote layouts. If you've got different quotes, different formats of quotes for different quote situations, you can do that with Workbooks as well. And fully integrated with opportunity management. So you're tracking the complete sales process with Workbooks from the initial start, and then with the business edition, if you're also creating orders and invoices, you are tracking the complete lead to cash business cycle from getting the initial inquiry, qualification, negotiation, quote, sales order, delivering the product, invoicing the client. We can track the whole business process with the Workbooks application in one easy way. Now, quick mention about customer service. So if you've got any customer service people, they too can be using Workbooks to track service issues. You have a like a separate screen, if you like, to track the service call. All very customizable as well. You can apply deadlines. You can track your SLAs or service level agreements. If you have to get back to a customer within 2 hours, that sort of rule can be put into Workbooks. So it alerts you if you're about to breach these little rules, these SLAs. You're tracking a history of these issues over time. That can be tremendously powerful to see what sorts of problems you're logging, and thereby you're building up a wonderful knowledge base of typical problems that you get and resolutions to solve those problems. Right, last slide before I dive into the demo proper, and we'll take you through email marketing. So putting your manager's hat on now, a great way of managing activity levels to answer those questions like how many leads are we getting, what's happened to those leads, how many calls are we doing, what meetings have we got planned, what quotes are outstanding. Of course, a big part of any CRM system like Workbooks is the ability to manage your sales opportunities and also track those sales back to email marketing as well, so that we can actually see what sales have been generated by what email marketing campaigns. That's something, again, a bit of closed loop marketing there. That's something that Workbooks can do that many other systems can't do because they're disjointed. You know, if you're using a separate CRM system from your email marketing system, then it can be difficult to get at that information, but it's very easily achievable with Workbooks. And we have built in a report writer, a very extensive report writer. There's about 50 reports, ready-made reports in Workbooks to get you started. You can create your own reports as well. It's very easily done. And we've got customizable dashboards as well, a complementary tool to reporting to help you see what's going on in a summary type of way, to help you look at those key metrics, those key performance indicators that you want to monitor, the leads, the marketing activities, and so on. Okay, so let me now dive into Workbooks proper and take you briefly around the interface for those of you that haven't seen it before, and then we'll home in on email marketing and the integration with Mailchimp there. So this morning I'm showing Workbooks to you in Chrome. It will work with any browser and it'll work on your smartphone, your tablet as well. But here we've just logged into Workbooks, and what we see in a very familiar way is the Workbooks desktop, and you can see it looks just like, it's almost identical to your Windows desktop. So it's got that immediate familiar look and feel. Workbooks is so easy to use, easy to find information. It's quick and fast as well. So from that start button and the start menu, we've got access to all of the important elements of a proper CRM solution. With right at the top there, the people and organizations you deal with. So whether you're focused on working with people or organizations or both, it doesn't matter. Workbooks is very flexible. It's used by all sorts of different organizations. over the UK, from sole traders to very large organizations and PLCs, and different market sectors as well. Private sector, public sector, non-profit. We've got representations of workbooks in all different market sectors. So whatever sort of clients you're working with, workbooks can manage and track any sort of information you want to know. So if I dive into organizations, first of all, just take you through briefly the interface here and what information can we see against our client record. So here is what we call the organization landing page. Just a summary view, a bit like an Excel spreadsheet, row by row, summarizing all the companies, all the organizations in my system. And you can customize what columns you see here. Every user can be different. And if we click on an organization here, Atlantic Computer Services, we will now dive into this customer and show the information we've got about them in more detail. So this window that's popped up, we've got some tabs running across the top there, do you see? And initially we're on the main tab. This is the key information about this organization. This screen can be totally changed. This is just an example of what workbooks can give you. If you started using workbooks right now, pretty much this is what you're going to get. But you can change this. You can remove fields. You can add fields to it. You can even have different company screens. If you've got different types of companies that you deal with and you need to track certain information in a different way against those different types of records, that's what you can do with workbooks. Again, many other CRM systems can't do that. To define different form layouts if you want to. You don't have to. This is the sort of standard layout, but if you want different screen layouts, you can do that with workbooks. And you can search on any of this information. Any of this information could be part of your email marketing campaigns as well. So running across the top there, we've got some tabs. You can have more tabs or less tabs as you wish, but we've got some basic notes there about the client, including the ability to store files or documents against this client record for sharing and easy retrieval. Activities, these are all of the phone calls, meetings, tasks. Any type of activity can be tracked here, and these that are appearing in red, these are overdue activities. So a nice visual alert there for overdue activities. We also support alarms, reminders, on-screen reminders as well, to make sure that nothing is forgotten about. So those are all the activities that relate to that company. We can interface with any email system, including Outlook, so any emails that we've sent or received to this company or people within this company will appear here. Who works at this company? Who do we know that's associated with this organizational company? Well, that's the People tab. There's the 3 people there, and we can dive into their records and see a little bit more information about them. What organizations does this company relate to? They're all defined there. You're really building up like a spider's web of relationships here by pointing to other organization records in workbooks and saying to workbooks, what is the relationship between that company and this company? Now, a key thing with any CRM solution are the opportunities that you want to track. We do cover this in one of our other weekly presentations, or you can catch a recording up on YouTube there, but this is where we can easily see our opportunities ongoing with this company. And if I click on one of those, we just see an example here. This is an opportunity. This is a project. This is a potential sale we're hoping to make to this company. And this can be more sophisticated than this. You can track more information than this if you really want to, or you can really simplify it as required. But that's an example of an opportunity. Now, transactions. These are quotes, orders, invoices, and there's also an option for tracking customer contracts. So again, one thing that Workbooks does that many other CRM systems don't, the ability to track customer contracts, all visible there. Support cases with that client. Any support issues, we can again click on those and see more information about that problem or that complaint or issue. And then what we're here to discuss today are marketing campaigns. What marketing campaigns are ongoing with this company? So that's a brief overview of the interface and the sort of information that we can track against your client records. And I like to cover the Mailchimp integration with Workbooks, how do we create email marketing campaigns and monitor how effective they are? Now, the integration with Mailchimp appears in 3 different areas. First of all, the primary area is that, back to my start button there, there's a marketing section in Workbooks. So anybody that's involved in marketing, they're going to live in this section here. And this is where we create what's called a marketing campaign. This is, if you like, the bit of glue that joins Workbooks to another system like Mailchimp. So instantly we see here the marketing landing page, like we saw the organization landing page before. This is just a summary of all of the marketing things ongoing right now. These could be newsletters, they could be events, they could be promotions you're running, these could be online or offline marketing activities. Here's an example of one I created earlier, a Workbooks campaign. I'll just dive into this and show you this record in a little bit more detail. So this is a brief record. It just takes a few seconds to set up this marketing campaign record. You can, if you want to, record other information against this marketing activity. For example, dates, costs, thereby building up some sort of ROI on this marketing activity and other information as well. Now, running across the top, we've got a few tabs there. Again, you can have more tabs or less tabs. A pretty important tab is, okay, this is the marketing activity here. That's a brief one-line description of that marketing activity there. But who is going to receive this newsletter? Who's going to be invited to this event? So that's the whole idea behind this members tab here. So we've currently got 5 people on this event. Now, how do they get there? How do we select people for this event? Well, there's about 6 different ways, 6 easy ways of selecting people for an event, and some of them appear here. You can add people, organizations to this event one by one. You can add them from a report. You can run one of those reports I referred to, and then the people it shows, you can add them to this campaign. You can add them from what's called a mailing list. You can add them from a previous campaign. Maybe you did this thing last year and you want to start off by adding the same people that attended this event. So many ways of adding people to this marketing activity. And now these email addresses with the Mailchimp integration, they are automatically uploaded to Mailchimp. Mailchimp will allow you to design a nice looking email. It will deliver the email and then automatically back into Workbooks. In 3 areas, we will see the responses of our customers. So this is the first area. On this members tab, imagine the emails have gone out. There we are. We've got a little checkbox there to see in a summary way the emails have gone out. And we can see here in a summary the number of times this particular person opened the email, and this person actually clicked on a link as well. So that's the first area where we can see this information going on. If I click on James's record here, let's dive into James in a bit more detail. So just like we saw earlier, a record of an organization, this now is a record of a person, a contact, a people record in Workbooks. Just like an organization record, we've got those tabs running across the top there, do you see? And on this main tab, this is the key information about James. You can change all of this. You can take fields away, add fields to it. But one of the tabs there in the middle, one of those tabs is the Mailchimp activity. This will show us the last 100 responses from Mailchimp. So if you've got any colleagues that don't use Mailchimp, don't use email marketing, but they're phoning this client, this would be tremendously powerful to, before I call on James, to quickly click on this tab and I can see recent marketing messages that have been sent to James. Obviously, James was sufficiently interested in this particular campaign here. He actually opened the email and, oh wow, right at the top here, James actually clicked on a link, and this is the actual landing page. This would obviously be a URL from your website, this will show you what actual page you went to. That can be really powerful information at your fingertips to know about as you work with this customer, James. So that's the second area where that MailChimp activity appears. Now the third area, again in a summary way, back to this is the marketing campaign record. And if I click back on this main tab here and down to this MailChimp section here, this again will summarize to the Workbooks user. Of course, you get all this in systems like MailChimp and a whole lot more as well, but you just want to maybe share some basic summary information with your colleagues on the effectiveness of this particular campaign. And these are the key statistics that most people are interested in when they do an email marketing campaign: is how many emails actually went out, how many people opened it, didn't bin it, and how many clicks were there as well, and the percentage figures. So these are key metrics that we want to be monitoring on our campaigns there. So nice way, three nice areas there of seeing some basic information about your email campaign. You could also display some of this marketing activity via the reporting system in Workbooks, plus dashboards as well. So we have nice looking dashboards in Workbooks, and these dashboards can be homing in on any information that you're tracking in your CRM system. And well, here's a couple of dashboards that will be very useful to marketing people, lead management and marketing. But if I click on marketing, this is just a basic example of the sort of things that you could track here. So maybe we want to look at the cost of leads by marketing campaigns. So here's all the campaigns down the left-hand side here, and our budgets, and how many leads did we get from them. And then of course, because in Workbooks we are recording the sales, we know what sales we've got from a client. We then can work out the cost per lead or the profit per lead, some key numbers there. Campaigns return on investment, again summarizing some information there on your ROI figures. And leads by campaign source, so which campaign is generating the most leads. Just a few examples there of the use of dashboards. We do feature on dashboards in one of our other weekly presentations, or as I say, you can catch one of our recordings up on our YouTube channel as well. So there we are, a quick run through the interface in Workbooks. So easy to use. You've never got that lost feeling with Workbooks. Down the bottom left-hand corner there, you've got a search box, a bit like a Google searchlight box, and you can type in anyone's name or word or phrase. It will find it for you quickly. Workbooks is very, very fast. You're never left hanging around there. So a quick run through of Workbooks there and the email marketing capability. Now, as I normally do on our weekly sessions, I just run through to summarize pricing. Once we know your requirements, we can give you a formal quotation, so you know exactly what your investment is, what the costs are, your subscription, and any other services that you might need. But basically, here's the two editions, CRM edition or business edition. Remember, business edition allows you to do the orders, invoices, all the financial stuff. So this is the price per user per year plus VAT. We do have some add-on options, the most popular one of which is the Outlook connector, the Workbooks Outlook connector, and this allows you to share your emails, your calendar, your contacts and your tasks in a bi-directional way with Workbooks. And finally, be realistic. What help do you need? What help would you appreciate in getting this system up and running? We are experts at implementing CRM systems. We have been doing this for over 23 years now. We've implemented well over 3,000 systems all over the UK and further afield. We're here to assist you. Yes, you can do it on your own. There's plenty of resources there to help you. But if you want help migrating data, setting up templates, giving you some training on some aspect of Workbooks, or this email marketing process that I've gone through very briefly today, we can expand on that for you. We can do training for you. We can visit you. You can come to us. We're based just north of Bristol in the UK, or we can do it online as well. Even down to just providing an hour's training if that's all you need on a specific topic. So please bear that in mind and contact us if you want any more information on that. So as I normally do, at this point, I open out the presentation to any questions you've got. So any questions you've got about workbooks or its capabilities, please pop those questions into the questions section there. I can see a couple of questions that have come in. First question from Joyce: Can you link to EchoSign? Yes, Joyce. So EchoSign is a forms application where you can send a form. You can send an email to a client and get their signature on the form. Yes, that there is a way of tracking that in Workbooks. We do plan to actually handle that in one of our weekly presentations. So stay tuned for that. There is some information up on the workbooks.com website on the EchoSign integration. So yes, Joyce, there's a nice integration with that. Next question from Neil: Is there a daily limit on emails going out? Well, because we integrate with Mailchimp or Dotmail or Constant Contact, you have to look at what their requirements are. The emails are physically being delivered from them. Mailchimp, no, you could have, say, 2,000 subscribers and you could be sending millions of emails if you want to out to those people. There's no limit as such. So you need to familiarize yourself with any limitations of those providers. Now, there is a feature that I haven't touched on. There is an email send feature in Workbooks. So if you want to send emails to a customer from Workbooks, but you don't need to track whether they opened the email, whether they clicked on a link, but you just want to record the fact that you sent an email to a client, you have that built into Workbooks. And I believe there's a daily limit of sending these basic emails of 250 per day. So that should be more than enough for your normal ad hoc emails. So if you've got any standard emails that you want to send to a client, introduction emails or thank you for your inquiry or something like that, you can actually set up an email template, this email in Workbooks, and that gives you and your users an easy way of selecting it from a drop-down list, click on a button, and off it goes, looking exactly like any other email that you may send out. Hopefully that answers your question there, Neil. Next question from Claire: I use Constant Contact already. Can this be part of the addition package? Yes, Claire. The Constant Contact integration is provided with Workbooks, all included in your system. We are actually, Wizard Systems are actually a Constant Contact training center. So Claire, if you do want any advice on Constant Contact or help on setting up the link or any training on Constant Contact, you may be familiar with it already. All these systems are generally so easy to use and you can produce some really professional looking results. So Constant Contact, just for anyone that doesn't know, very similar to Mailchimp in capabilities and pricing. So hopefully that answers your question there, Claire. Right, I don't think there's any more questions coming through, so it just remains for me to thank everyone still on the line for your attendance this morning, your interest in Workbooks. Please, if you do want a more detailed presentation on these topics or any other topics to do with Workbooks or CRM, please contact us and we can schedule a time for you that's convenient for you. Maybe you want to set up a trial. Remember, there's a free trial of Workbooks. There's a 30-day free trial. When you sign up for Workbooks to try it out, you don't need to provide any credit card information. You can be up and running in a matter of minutes and you'll see exactly what I've just taken you through this morning. But you may want a little presentation or discussion or demonstration before you do that, to act like a little bit of training for you, just so you know when you start the trial, you know where everything is. But it's pretty easy anyway, to be honest with you. So there's my contact details. My name again is Tim Wilmot, Wizard Systems. Thanks very much for your time and your interest in Workbooks, and we hope to speak to you soon. Thanks very much indeed.